Morning, people. I thought today I'd come and talk to you about my way of raising high drive puppies, or any puppy for that matter, actually. But I am obviously going to lean towards high drive pups because I've always had high drive breeds. Well, not always. Not all my pups have been high drive. Now, first of all, you've got to understand it is a bit luck of the draw. You can have puppies born to lovely temperamented parents, sires and dams that have got great temperaments, that can be absolute little so-and-sos, trust me. I've just used the last 4 pups that I've had. It's been a 50-50 split. 2 were so easy to raise, never laid a tooth on me even through teething. Why was difficult? Zed was exceptionally difficult, and without a doubt the most difficult puppy I've personally ever had to raise. Now, I don't use crates. I have nothing against those of you that do use crates. It's just not something that I have a need to do because I have such a small kitchen and I just gate it off. And because it's a galley kitchen, it's just probably, if you think of 3 or 4 large crates end to end, it's about that length. So, and you put a big dog bed in there, and yeah, that pup's happy. Now, obviously, I have said before, toilet training, housebreaking, whatever you want to call it, I do in 48 hours max. Yes, there might be the odd accident after that, but the basis I want done in 2 days. Yes, it means no sleep. I am on the sofa. I have a collar around the pup's neck with 2 bells that you can buy very easily anywhere. And you just, get a key ring thing and hook them onto the puppy's collar. Now, when I pick a puppy up, I just put a standard collar on the puppy's neck. Just an ordinary, preferably a click together collar, so I'm not fiddling about with having to thread it through. Don't want to be doing any of that. And as soon as the pup moves, the bells will sound. You grab pup, take to the garden. It is that simple. And if you're sleeping within very clear hearing distance of the pup, then you just grab pup, hit the garden. For those 2 days, I sleep fully dressed and with light shoes on, or some slippers with rubber bottoms, so I don't have to think about even having to put footwear on. Because by the time a puppy gets desperate and you pick it up, and if you don't pick it up under the chest and you touch the bladder, they can leak a little. Never scold them for that, okay? There's no need to scold at all in toilet training. It is basically down to us to get the job done and get it done fairly. Lots of praise, I use the words hurry, hurry, wee, wee, hurry, hurry, poodie. And in general, if I just want to go to the toilet, I will say hurry, hurry. And that way you can get eventually your puppy, as it grows, to go to the toilet on command. So if you're driving somewhere, or you're at a show or whatever, or on holiday, whatever, you can take your dog out, give the hurry, hurry command, and it's just becomes second nature. So that's how I do the toilet training. Now, I personally think people give pups way too much freedom. Way too much freedom. They have to earn access to rooms. Okay? Now, Zed, I will use Zed in this example. Zed had the kitchen. She could stick her nose through the baby gate as much as she liked, but she wasn't coming out until I was absolutely 100% ready to engage with her and ready to scoop her up and rush her outside should the need occur. So it's very important that you understand this, okay? If you do use a crate, make sure it's a positive experience for your dog, because that's like their little den. And Zed's den was the kitchen until YY passed and her ashes came home, and from that night on she insisted on being out of the kitchen, and at which point she was 17 months old. Okay, so she didn't have total freedom of the house until she was 17 months old. Please take that on board. Now, obviously, when I was in, which is all the time, as we all know, Zed was allowed to come out into the living room, but I shut the bedroom door, so she couldn't get access to anywhere except the kitchen, her den, and the living room. And I observed. Now, if I went to the toilet, I'd put her in the kitchen, shut her in there so that she couldn't hurt herself or chew anything, or you've got to observe and supervise. You have to. Short training sessions frequently through the day. I mean, with Zed I had to do, now look, I know today it's called BAT, or behavioural adjustment training. As far as I'm concerned, it's behavioural modification training, and that is always what I will refer to it as. Modification and adjustment basically mean the same thing, and I'm not going to have an argument about this with anybody in the comments, okay? Yes, behaviour modification training and behavioural adjustment training are exactly the same thing. It's just a modern terminology, okay? Why we have to modernise things that weren't broken anyway, I don't know. So take that into account. Toys. Please don't leave toys down. One, dogs get bored of toys that are left around all the time. You need to rotate your toys. So have a nice box of toys and you play with 2 or 3. I find cardboard boxes and old slippers are way more interesting to puppies than these plush, expensive toys or squeaky toys and all the rest of it. Now, if you've got a toy destroyer, it said it was a total toy destroyer. It was like, this is just coming to pieces. It's like Inky used to bite the eyes off all the toys, So please, 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 and I will emphasise again, please supervise your puppy, because they have a tendency to want to find out where the squeaker is and get the squeaker out, and then they can swallow them, and then we're going back to the choking hazard issue, okay? So lots of little training sessions, lots of engagement sessions. Now obviously you've got to take growth plates into account, so let's not overdo. You don't want to be taking your pup out on an hour-long walk and getting it frustrated, because that is what happens. The pups get tired. Now something I don't do that I see a lot of people that do is they pick puppies up. They have legs. Let them use legs. Little dogs, big dogs, giant dogs, please let them use their legs. If they get tired, they will lay down and let you know. Or in Zed's case, she'll turn around and attack me. Or used to frequently turn around and attack me. And she was just telling me she was tired, and and I was like, yeah, okay, still keep walking. Because I'm quite stern with puppies, especially when they're difficult like Zed was. And I really can't overemphasize how difficult Zed was. I mean, we are talking about a solid year of being bitten, and I mean bitten hard and frequently. And that brings me on to timeouts. Timeouts are very important and very useful in puppy correction or punishment, if you like. We don't want to be smacking puppies, people. I'm not insulting anybody by saying that. No smacking on the nose, none of that. I just pick them up by the scruff, supporting their back end, and I pop them over the baby gate, and I say, no biting. And after 30 seconds to a minute, I will then let the puppy out. If the puppy starts again to bite, same thing, hold by scruff, support rear end, pop them over the baby gate. Or put them in the kitchen or wherever their crate, shut the door. And then don't speak to them. Don't feel sorry for them. There's too much feeling sorry for puppies. Yes, I am beginning to think that puppies have got this kind of devious little thing of, pity me, aren't I sweet, aren't I cute? There was nothing cute about Zed, okay? Not from the get-go, there was nothing cute about Zed at all. She was monstrous. So bad I had to take a year off YouTube, and a year off life, actually. Totally had to drop everything just for Zed to sort out her behaviour. She'd never been outside. The way she was raised was wrong. It's the first time I've bought from a breeder rather than off a farmer, and I wouldn't make that mistake again unless the puppies had been raised outside. I think puppies born and raised outside seem to have far less issues, for want of a better word, than pups raised indoors in a almost sterile environment, I mean, pups are covered by their mother's colostrum from the milk, and even scientists don't know how long that covering lasts. So why worry too much about them chewing on a leaf or eating a bit of grass? It's not going to hurt them. Yeah, they might get an upset stomach. That's why we always have something like Pro Kolin Paste in the cupboard to cover that. So, please understand that pups have to earn privileges. They do. They need to learn their rules, boundaries and limitations, and also they have to earn the right to have access to other rooms. Take into account, as I said, Zed was 17 months old before she was allowed access to my bedroom, or what we call our den. And because I have all books and, you know, makeup and stuff in there, which to a dog is just totally going to destroy it all. And I would have been upset had anything like that been destroyed, because my books are sanity savers. So yeah. So for now I'll leave that here, otherwise this is going to be a very long video. If you've got any questions on puppies, hello sweetheart, if you've got any questions on puppy raising, especially high drive pups, okay, please put them in the comments. My comments are back to normal now. You know, they come show up straight away. I'm not having to review them first. So there you go. Zed's here, so I think she'll do a wavy today. Clearly you're not very tired. Mummy overslept this morning. It's 4 o'clock I got up. I felt like I've been trying to catch up all day, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it, Zedley? She goes, well, I didn't like to disturb you, Mummy. Yes, but darling, all my medication then ran an hour late as well, didn't it? Right, you're going to sit. I'll sit, Mummy. Hang on, let's get in the picture, because she's far prettier than I am. Okay, right, you're going to wavy. Please like, share and subscribe. Yes, very good.